My name is Braydon Eden. I teach in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I teach at an alternative high school. I teach 10th grade English and English as a second language. I'll be sharing today about the negotiation game or activity. It's an activity where you can teach market value and you can teach win-win focus and sound judgment and a couple other of the foundational principles. I like it because it gets students up out of their chairs. So what you do is you divide the class in half and you take half of the class out into the hall and you hand them a product. So it could be Skittles, it could be other types of candy. Maybe you give them pencils, anything you want, really. And you tell them, hey, this cost you 30 cents and I need you to go sell it to a student inside the room. And then you leave them out in the hall and you go back in the room and you tell the other half of the class, hey, they're going to come try and sell you something. Um, and you pass out some sticky notes beforehand. I forgot that part. And then you say, they're going to come try and sell you something. You are not allowed to bid over 75 cents. And then you have the other kids come in and you just let it play out and see who sells with whom and what they do. But as far as the activity goes, is it a win-win in the process, right? So that first example, you bought it for 30 cents, you need to make a profit. Someone in the classroom can't spend more than 75 cents, so maybe they pay 50 cents. So we'll talk about that. Is that a win-win? Yeah, I made a little bit of a profit, sold my product. Someone else got the product, is happy with the product, and was below budget. So win-win. Yeah, I think the foundational principles come out in this activity um, because when the students are purchasing their item, you can talk about sound judgment. Hey, did you use all the factors? How much were you supposed to spend or not spend? Did you really want the item or not? And then how much did you spend? I think a lot of students might just say, let's get this activity over with. So they pick a price. Others really get into it and they find a middle ground. They really get engaged with it. So sound judgment on what are you taking out of life? What are you taking out of your hour in my classroom? You can talk about responsibility. Are you being responsible for your time right now? Maybe you're not interested in business. We're talking about market value and different things, but does it apply to other things in your life? Passion, I mentioned this before, but sometimes the kids just don't care about English. But doing an empowered activity like the negotiating game, you might say someone that has slept for a couple days and they wake up and they're like, I love this. This is exciting. This is the best class ever. So talking about passion, everybody's passion is different. How can you build a little bit of passion when you're not passionate, right? How can you use your freedom of choice to participate in an activity, to engage with someone, to choose a partner that you don't really know because they'll gravitate to their friends on who they want to sell to. And then just the opportunity, you have the opportunity to learn. You have the opportunity to learn about market share. You have the opportunity to get a little bit of candy. And so looking at some of those foundational principles, you can bring them all in if you want to. Just it's talking, it's writing, it's listening. That's English. Those are the four standards. And so make it yours, have them write their debrief, have them do a little presentation, have them get in small groups, and so I think this activity and others lend it well to all curriculums.